Burnley in Lancashire is a large town surrounded by open countryside. I get there by train, of course. There is a station in the centre of Burnley, but the line I use from Preston to York stops at this station. It's Burnley-Manchester Road. And from there, Steve picks me up in his car and takes me to where his bungalow development is taking place. His car is a plug-in hybrid. It's a Renault Captur, a car I'm quite fond of, and he charges it from the solar panels on his roof. We're able to show you the development of this bungalow because Steve has been using his DJI camera to film the progress on the footings and on putting in the drainage. And you'll see as the early months of this year moved on, there were sunny days, there were overcast days, there was frost and snow for some of the time, and quite a lot of flooding, just as there was in the rest of the country. The next stage is the delivery of the concrete. The ready mix needs to be barrowed in as quickly as possible, as we've said in previous projects. The guy on the left is the truck driver, and that's not a phone in his hand, that's actually the remote control for the chute at the back, with which he can control the flow of the concrete as well as the angle of delivery. To speed things up, they've got in a tipper truck, which takes a lot more concrete on each journey. A couple of wheelbarrows going through all the time, and there's somebody at the back who's shoveling it all out and levelling it into the footings. Building control said that the footings had to be particularly deep on the side of the house where the driveway is. It's to check the drains and such like. And there's a different delivery method here because a couple of barrows and a tipper just would never have got to the end of this one. So you'll notice there we have a pipe, a tube, whatever you like to call it, coming from the truck parked out on the street, and the concrete is literally pouring down the hole. The concrete blocks arrive and the foundations for the new extension are finally being built, and they do say that the hardest bit is getting out of the ground, and after that it just gallops along. Well, that may be a little optimistic, but we shall see as the months of 2024 progress. I have a couple of other property stories for you this month. First of all, a demolition. The House of Fraser in Birkenhead, which was due to be knocked down to build a new market. Well, I took some video of it in December and it was still standing then. I've recently been back and it's pretty much all knocked down now. The demolition has occurred, but the Wirral Council apparently have no plans to build the new market anymore. I'm in Portsmouth and this is Milton Park in the Southsea area of Portsmouth, and the flats at the back of the park there, well, I've got one of those and I've had it since 2006, and I'm here because there were new regulations about fire doors that came in last year. We've had an inspection and we failed on a 7mm gap in the fire door. Back on the Wirral, and one of my ensuite rooms at my HMO has been vacated. We've done a few quick touch-ups and it's now back being advertised on Spareroom. So, double bed, fitted wardrobes, more double wardrobes, mirrored, or a shower, and a heated towel rail in here too, which is on. And this may look like a picture on the wall, but it's an infrared heater and it's very efficient. And an easy chair in a bay window with a view out onto the river. And here's Google Earth's look down on the River Mersey. The house we were just in is near Vale Park, and I used to live at Egremont Promenade just a little further along. I used to live in a first floor flat in this corner building overlooking the river, and we could see across to Liverpool, except of course when there was the famous mist over the Mersey. The cameras I had back then weren't as stable as the ones we have today, so here's some more recent footage of that particular promenade area. It's still very popular with everyone. The Egremont Ferry pub is still there, which is a surprise because most other pubs have closed down, and it still has that great view across to Liverpool.
Mist over the Mersey in the early morning sun.